Hello and welcome to the video. If you've been following this channel, I sent out my first oil change from the Kia Niro plug-in hybrid, our family car, the 2023 model. And I wanted to get the oil analyzed because I was a little concerned about fuel dilution, so I sent it to Blackstone Laboratories. I just got the results. I wanted to share those with you. And everything looks better than I thought. And I have heard that Blackstone, from reading over the Kia Niro forum online, that Blackstone will underreport fuel dilution. But I'm trying to be a more trusting person, and I don't know that to be a fact, and I'm very happy with these numbers. So I'll put up the lab results on the screen with me here, and I'll just read you what they wrote in their little summary at the top. It says, Kavin, universal averages for these 1.6 liters are calculated after 4,900 miles of oil use. Aluminum, copper, and silicone may seem high, but these levels are very typical for break-in samples. Aluminum and copper are from parts wearing in, and silicone is from harmless sealers left over from assembly. Molybdenum is an anti-wear additive in the oil, so 873 parts per million is fine. Fuel dilution accounts for 1.3% of this sample, which is much lower than I thought it would be. But this level isn't considered cautionary. Sampling when the oil is cold or after idling can cause a dash of fuel to pop up in analysis. No other contaminants were present. And then it says nice with a little exclamation point. If you read down them, it's kind of neat how they do this. Again, this analysis costs $35. You can go to their website, Blackstone Laboratories, order samples, little sample kits, and take a sample yourself. You mail it to them. Usually the turnaround is very fast, but apparently, well, this is what I've read. If you use the packaging that it comes in, which is it's a little plastic tube, fill that with your oil sample. Then you put this little piece of felt around it with some information about your car and the oil used. And then you put that inside another container and then put that inside of a bag. Apparently the U.S. Postal Service will separate out those once they see that there's oil in it. And then this can delay the process. So this took almost exactly 4 weeks to get, but apparently if you put that in a box first, the Postal Service won't be as concerned because they're not holding a bunch of liquid in a bag. So that might, in the future when I have tests done, I might go that route. So what they do is universal averages in the far right column, and then they show you the unit location averages and your numbers. And it looks like the molybdenum, which I believe not only is that in the coating, I could be wrong, not only in the oil rather, but I thought the cylinder walls in these Kappa 2 engines, part of the technology used for the low friction surfacing of the cylinder walls was some type of moly coating. But I'll have to read more about that. Apparently, as I say in this report, it's an additive in the oil itself. So that number was 10 times higher than the universal average. And boron was quite a bit higher. There was more silicone present. Basically everything they said here, just on those 4 or 5 different, the calcium too was a bit high. But essentially the numbers look better than I thought they would. I was picking up probably more smell, so I hope I didn't worry anyone. I smelled quite a bit of gasoline, or I thought, in the oil, but I had never smelled an oil or used an oil of the OW16 this super thin oil that we use in these cars, which is more prevalent in modern cars. But I'm happy with the results. I sent another sample in, which follows this. This is the first 6,000 miles of use. I sent in another sample just to get a comparison. The next sample I sent in was only 800 miles later, which was probably overkill. I probably didn't even need that. But overall, I'm happy with the results. And if you own this car, hopefully that gives you some peace of mind. I will do a sample when the winter's totally over because there'll be more cold running of the engine. And I don't know if the fuel dilution will go up with that or if this just represents essentially the break-in period for the car. But I wanted to share this with you, and I'm very happy with it. And yeah, thanks for watching. So I'll see you again.